I'm in the festive Christmas spirit, so I'm going to be sharing with you guys 8 books that are Christmas related and like Christmas cute romances that I feel like you guys will enjoy, and these are all by Black authors. I actually did another video already that has 16 book recommendations that are all Christmas related and like cozy Hallmark like fun romance vibes if you guys want to check out that video. And they're all different types of romances. There's like queer reads and just like tons of popular books that I feel like you guys will really enjoy. But this is specific because I know so many of you guys have asked for this video because you want to have like yourself represented in the Christmas books that you read. So there are 8 books here, and there's 2 more books at the bottom that I forgot to include in the last video, so I'll share those at the end. But if you guys are wanting more like book recommendation videos like this, make sure you guys subscribe because there's new videos and they come literally all the time. So I hope you guys enjoy. Literally, there's new videos Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, but in the month of December, you'll get new videos every single day. So let's get into this video and I hope you guys enjoy. The first book that I want to share is called Only for the Holidays, and this is actually a book that just came out. I think there's only like 300 reviews on Goodreads. It's an enemies to lovers fake dating romance with a promise of a sweet happy ever after. There's a winter ball in it, and it's about 2 single strangers, and they have like the perfect romance, and they have a reason to fake date. It just looks so good. It's about city girl Tia, and she's on a break with her boyfriend, and the last thing that she wants to do is to spend 2 weeks in the countryside, but she ends up going to like a smaller town and meets Country Boy, and his name is Quincy, and they have a farm and they're hosting like a winter ball there, and they end up fake dating for reasons that you'll figure out in the book. I haven't read it yet, but it just looks really good. Again, it just came out, but it looks super cute, and the cover is so freaking just adorable. Also, if you guys hear noise in the background, don't mind it because we have someone who's working on our bathroom right now, but I figured you guys literally don't care because if I waited until like they weren't working on like stuff in the house, you would literally never get videos. So that's what you might hear if you hear something in the background. But the next video is, or the next book is The Holidates by Brittany Cherry, and this I think is one of my most anticipated reads, like Christmas reads, because it looks so good. It's about a girl named Holly, and she's kind of quirky, and she's been going on all these dates, and she takes all of her dates to the same restaurant, and when she gets to the restaurant, like she just has been going after bad date after bad date. And the guy Kai, who owns the restaurant, he's like, you know what, let me help you find a better date, and I'm just like tired of seeing you bring in like all these terrible guys to this restaurant. And he actually ends up helping her find like better dates, but while he's helping her, he actually ends up falling for her. It just looks freaking cute, and this author wrote the mixtape. She also wrote The Problem with Dating, and those are both very like highly rated books by people. So I feel like she's gonna do a Christmas romance like just absolutely perfectly. This is a little novella by Talia Hibbert, and it's called Merry Inkmas, and this looks so freaking good. This is the author who wrote Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute, and then she also wrote the Brown Sisters trilogy. I cannot wait to read this book. This might actually be one of the first like Christmas books I read. It's only 165 pages, and it's about Cash Evans, who he's like a tattoo artist and kind of keeps his distance from Bailey because she's kind of like geeky and quirky, and then by happenstance he ends up being her boss. And so while he's her boss, he is like kind of broody, and like obviously you can see by the cover it's just giving like tattoo artist, and it says that he's a brooding guy who avoids her like the plague, but he also fixes her plumbing, helps the homeless, and offers Bailey a place to stay. So she sees like a nicer side of him, and it just looks like a really fun Christmas read that's like very unique too. A.E. Valdez wrote Snow King Catches His Snowflake, and this is a 3 Kings novel. This is about Noelle, and she actually goes to this like mountain resort every single year just to like get solace and relaxation. It's called Mistletoe Mountain Resort, and while she's there, she learns that this guy Snow King, he also goes every single year to this mountain resort to relax, and they end up meeting each other. It says an overbooking accident and a nasty run-in with pepper spray tell the Christmas story in a way you wouldn't believe. Looks really cute, and again, this is a short book. It's only like 215 pages, and I feel like Christmas books that are short just like hit different because I don't know, they're very fluffy and fun, but sometimes when they're too long they just kind of drag on. So I feel like this is the perfect length for a Christmas book. I've read a ton of books by Jasmine Gullery, and this is her Christmas book called The Roman Holiday, and it's about Vivian Forrest, who she never goes out of the country, like literally ever, and she ends up going to help her daughter Maddie during a work trip in England, and while she's there she meets this private secretary and they end up like falling for each other, but obviously they are countries apart, so she isn't really sure if she wants to like end things on New Year's Day because she's like starting to have feelings for him, but then again it doesn't feel like they can make it actually work because it's such a long distance and they just met. This looks really cute, and I feel like Jasmine Guillory does like fluffy reads just so well. I actually read this book last Christmas and it's called The Holiday Switch. It's by Tiff Marcello and it's a YA little like book. And it's about Lila, who she is like, for one, she's pretty broke. She's working at this bookstore, and while she's there, she actually ends up meeting, I think his name is Teddy. Yeah, Teddy Rivera, who's the nephew of the owner, and while she's working there, they just like don't get along. She does not like him at all, but he ends up seeing one of her text messages because they accidentally switch phones and they find out secrets about each other, and they're literally enemies. And so they're trying to like bribe each other to not tell each other secrets. And like, it's a very cute, like fluffy romance. I finished it really fast. And again, this is another quick one. It's like 258 pages. You Make It Feel Like Christmas by Tony Shiloh looks so freaking good. Like it literally looks incredible, and it's about Star, who she goes home for the holiday season, but she's broke. She just gets dumped. She's just like down on her luck, and she ends up going back, and when she's there, she meets her brother's best friend Waylon when they attend their family Thanksgiving, and she ends up like having feelings for him and he has feelings for her. But she has to go back to the big city. Like she doesn't live there, and so they're trying to like figure out, is it worth it for her to go back? And it says Star must decide what she wants out of life after the gifts are unwrapped and the ornaments are put away, to go back to New York City or to open her heart to a love that will last beyond Christmas Day. This is literally giving Hallmark. Like this is exactly what I want to read around Christmas. Just like fun, fluffy reads like this. And this is another short one. It is only 190, no, I think it's actually shorter than that. It's 186 pages. So very short, fun, fluffy romance. Love in a Winter Wonderland is actually written by the same author who wrote Only for the Holidays. This book came out this year, but this book came out last year. And this is a book that so many people have talked about. I found out about it literally because of you guys. Like you guys are like, it's so cute, you have to read it. I'm like, you know what? You don't have to tell me twice. Like you do not have to tell me twice. It's about Trey and Ariel, and they both work at this like bookstore, but it is potentially going to close, and there's like a deadline of like, I think when they have to like pay or something, and like, so they try to like raise money and save the bookstore, literally giving Hallmark. Like this is what I want. It says a heartwarming and romantic book. This read is the gift that keeps on giving no matter the season. And so like the neighborhood gets together to try to like save the bookstore because they're trying to close it. Oh, this is what I want. This is literally what I want. All these books are just so perfect. So I finished sharing all the diverse reads, but I do want to share two books that I forgot to put into the last like Christmas video. And I actually have one Christmas book still coming. I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is. It's a new release. It just came out and it's not here yet, but you have to make sure you're watching the vlogs, so I will share the book in the vlogs. But this book is Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. This was one of my favorite Christmas reads from last year. It was so cute. It's about a girl who she ends up getting this job at this like window decorating place. Like, oh, it's not a window decorating place. It's a like clothing store, and she gets the job as the window decorator, and she meets this guy, and the way the guy ends up hiring her is because she's standing outside the window and he's like, hey, can I get your opinion? Do you think that this window is like gonna get people to buy stuff in the store? And she's pretty much like, no. And she kind of like ends up having feelings for him, and then she ends up finding out that he actually like owns the store, and he ends up hiring her for the job, but she has to obviously like keep her feelings at bay because he's her boss. It is so good, and it's another fast read. I finished this so like quickly. It's only 247 pages, and it's a little spicy too, so keep that in mind. But I feel like Tessa Bailey always is, but this was one of my favorites from last year. And the last book is called The Holiday Romance by Catherine Walsh. It says it's a totally hilarious and unforgettable Christmas romantic comedy. It's about two people who always like fly together. It says Molly and Andrew are just trying to get home to Ireland for the holidays when a freak snowstorm grounds their flight. And I guess they fly together like all the time, around the same time, and whenever they end up like not being able to go and like their flight is grounded, Molly decides that she's going to make sure that Andrew gets home. And so the whole book is about them like trying to get home, and it says, a totally gorgeous and escapist friends to lovers festive romance with a swoon worthy hero. It says it's also perfect for fans of Sophie Kinsella and Christina Lauren and Mari McFarlane. I don't know who that is, but I do know Christina Lauren. They're a great author duo and writers of one of my favorite books, Love and Other Words, so I feel like I will really like this book. And that is all the Christmas book recommendations that I have for you guys. Let me know if you guys have read any good Christmas books that are written by Black authors, or just like any really unique books that you think I haven't heard of. Let me know and comment below, because I always am looking for more Christmas books, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!